Is God real? It's a question I battle with every single day. I've battled with this question since I was a little kid. But as with all big questions, is there a simple answer? Let's explore this together. First off, let's talk about my beliefs. I want to become more religious. I want so desperately to believe in God and heaven that I'm going to not, the thought that I will never see my family again, my son, my wife, my parents, my brother, my friends, that scares the hell out of me. It scared me for a long, long time. I suffer with incredible death anxiety. I mean, right now, when my Nana passed away, she gave us a little bit of money. And I bought this chain and it's got a cross on it. And that was sort of my weird first step into trying to let something more into my life. I'm going to baptize my son. My wife's family's Catholic, and I'm thinking I'm going to get baptized as well. But I'd be lying to you if I said I fully believe in God. I just want to. And there's atheists who, strongly disagree with that statement. So, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, other belief systems, God and heaven offer people hope, offer people comfort, purpose, and a framework for understanding the universe. But like I said, on the flip side, there are others who don't believe in the existence of God at all. For some, heaven might seem more like a comforting idea than a reality. And there are atheists or agnostics who see the universe as something that exists without a divine creator. I mean, when you look up at the sky, though, can we be honest? When you look up to the sky, hold on, let me backtrack. This is the one thing that always gets me about the scientific side of, the Big Bang and all that. So there was the Big Bang, but what existed in space and time before the Big Bang? Where does anything start and begin? That's a question that really, really bothers me, it honestly keeps me up at night. So is there evidence for God in heaven? From a scientific perspective, we can't exactly measure God's presence with instruments or, prove heaven through observable data. Science deals with the physical world, the stuff we can test, observe, replicate. But when it comes to the metaphysical, the supernatural, or even, the biggest probably question in the world of consciousness itself, science hits a limit. It's like asking, what I said before, what's outside the universe? Science can't answer that. Well, not yet. And that's where philosophy comes in. Philosophers have debated the existence of God for a millennia. There are arguments for God's existence, like the cosmological argument, which points to the universe having a cause. Something must have started it all. There's also the fine-tuning argument, which suggests that the universe is so perfectly calibrated for life that it seems unlikely it happened by chance. I do think about that all the time. This is so unlikely to be living. This is also another argument for the simulation. We are living in the best time in the world, on the best planet, in our explorable universe, and we're all alive right now with this rapid increase in technology. Anyway, I digress. But there's counter arguments too. For example, the problems of evil. How can all good, all-powerful God allow suffering? I think about this as well. Or the argument from naturalism, which suggests that the complexity of the universe can be explained by natural processes like, evolution and physics without the need for a divine being. Both are equally as scary. But let's talk about heaven for a moment. In many religions, heaven is presented as a place of eternal peace and happiness. Often in the presence of God, it's comforting, right? I know it is for me. Like I said, could you imagine? You do good in this life, and then when you die, you get reunited for eternity with just love and family and friends. It does seem too good to be true, but sometimes this life is, But heaven's also something to many people, especially in a more secular, agnostic circles, that might just be a symbol. It might just be viewed as symbolic. They might see it as a metaphor for a life well lived or a state of mind. A sense of peace or fulfillment that doesn't require a literal afterlife. I know my mom used to say this to me. She used to sometimes say, sometimes I think heaven is just like these good moments in life, like almost like a karma perspective. If you do good things in life, good things will come back to you in those moments, like experiencing your kids being born, your wedding day, things like that are these amazing moments. That's heaven. Even if we can't prove the existence of God or heaven, it doesn't mean these concepts don't matter. For millions of people, belief in God and heaven provides comfort, guidance, a sense of meaning in an open, chaotic world. And isn't that worth something? Even if we can't definitely say it's real. Just that alone. At the same time, there's no harm in questioning it, and seeking different answers. After all, the search for meaning, whether through religion, philosophy, science, or personal experience, is what makes us human. So, where do you stand with this question? Do you believe in God and heaven? Or do you see them as more metaphorical or perhaps just not even real at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Ultimately, whether God and heaven are real or not might be something we never truly know for sure, probably until we die. And maybe then we don't even know. Maybe there's nothing. Or maybe we're all reunited in, a beautiful heaven. But, one thing is for certain. These questions shape how we live, how we love, how we make sense of the world. And that in itself is super powerful. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you reflect on some of life's big questions. If you enjoyed the conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep exploring. I love you guys.